Okay, so this is Ringwalk Media in association with Well Therapy, Still Hub Management, and Barclay Carter Racing. Well, first of all, Mr. Jack Massey, European and Commonwealth champion. Happy Father's Day, mate.
No, it's Father's Day as well, so absolutely amazing. I had some goodies waiting for me this morning off my little girl and my missus. So happy days and two lovely belts there. It's just sinking in a little bit. It's all happened so fast, with the short training camp and but we've got these two beautiful belts and can't complain.
Well, listen, like you just said there, 4 weeks' notice, I think, to take this fight.
Yeah, 4 or 5 weeks notice, and we snapped their hand off and it worked out. We was ready.
You certainly did, mate. And, all week you were confident that you were going to take the prize. There was a lot of shenanigans going on this week, and obviously you two are very respectful at the end. But did you just know this week that this was your time?
Yeah, definitely. I was probably the most confident I've been going into a fight, and my motivation for this fight, like I said, was my little girl. She was one on Wednesday, and had to travel down here. Did bits with her in the morning, did a presents and stuff, and then had to travel down to London that day. So that was my motivation to bring these belts home for her birthday. So
I'll tell you what, it's no better motivation, mate, than the kids. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
that's it. That's it. That's what gave me that last spur, and sort of last 4 rounds where we had to win. We had to win those last 4 rounds. Look down at my glove. I had a name there on my thumb on my glove, Bonnie. Just looked at it and thought, this is for her. And that's what given me that that extra boost.
Well, let's talk about the night last night. I mean, what an amazing ring walk, mate.
Yeah. Everyone keeps mentioning the ring walk, and you managed to get it. No one else got it, so I appreciate that. But yeah, everyone loved the ring walk. It's a good tune. Arctic Monkeys, one of my favourite bands, so I think everyone enjoyed that as well.
What was it like standing there with 15,000 people all ready to come out live on Sky? But it's a massive occasion. Do you get a little bit nervous, or do you just absolutely buzz off it?
No, I think as soon as that ring walk, you're in sort of game mode. Then the nerves sort of disappear. So it was all sort of head forward, looking at the ring, and just get in there, and it's business time. So no, the nerves are sort of out of the way by the time.
Well, listen, the fight. You knew it was going to be a tough fight, and I'll tell you what, he's got a bit of a chin on him, hasn't he?
Tell you what, he can take a shot. Yeah, take my hat off to him. He kept coming. We was loading up at times and throwing some big shots, and he took them, and we just had to box him and pick our shots nicely in that last half of the fight.
The first half of the fight, I mean, it was a very fast start, something that you're not particularly known for. I know the last fight you took the other guy out in the first round, but what was it like sort of starting at that pace? Did you feel comfortable?
Yeah, I felt comfortable. We had to start a bit faster. Obviously we knew Isaac was possibly going to be staying in there for 12 rounds, so we had to start a little bit faster than usual, and nick those rounds. Mid rounds, he was letting his shots go and nicked a couple of rounds there. I think it was the eighth round he caught me. Some good body shots, head shots, but we just had to step on back end of the fight and make sure we won those rounds.
I was sat next to Billy Deniz, watching the fight, quite close to the ring, and he kept saying, left to the body, left to the body. And you looked over at him at one point, halfway through the round. Did you actually hear what Billy was saying?
Yeah, I could. The guys were close to the ring. I could hear him shouting and stuff, and I think I threw that left to the body as well when he said it. So yeah, good advice from Billy there.
You do realise he's claiming credit for the win now, don't you?
Oh, yeah. I bet he is. I bet he is.
On a serious note, we saw you in the change rooms beforehand, and you were practicing that exact move. Counter punching off of that jab into the body. Was that kind of the game plan going in?
Yeah, definitely in that right hand especially. Sort of dipping and throwing it because he likes to dip down. So it was sort of chop the right instead of throwing it straight up top. Sort of dip down with it and chop it down because he likes to dip. So come down with it, and that was working perfectly. Joe had to tell me at times, what you're doing throwing those big hooks over the top and bringing them round. Said chop them straight through. Dip and chop them down on him, and it was working every time. And taking that jab away from him at times, jab at the same time, slip jab, throw the right hand over the top, slip right hands, and just take that jab away from it a little bit. So good game plan.
We were trying to score at ringside as we always try to, and we had you up after 7. Um, but you get to those championship rounds, sort of 10, 11, 12. You can't get complacent, can you? Because that's where a fight, even if you're ahead, can be won or lost. Were you aware of that sort of situation?
Yeah, definitely. I think experience showed there, and just will to win the fight. Obviously he had a big, I think it was 7th or 8th round, and he had to, like I said, just had to step on the gas and make sure we get these next sort of 4 rounds, and that's where I think the experience showed, and will to win.
What did Joe say to you after the 11th round? You're going to go into that final round. What did he say? Because we seem quite sort of passionate in the corner with you. What did he say to you?
I think he was, from what I remember, is he was sort of getting in my head saying, how much do you want this? Do you want this title sort of thing? Getting in my head, and I think he might have mentioned my little girl or whatever, or Kevin might have, and said it's 3 minutes, it's nothing. This is 3 minutes to change your life, sort of thing. So it's yeah, that's what put that in my head, and went out there and yeah, stole the show.
For once, got to give it to the officials. Not bad with the scorecards. I think they were pretty bang on.
Yeah, pretty bang on, which is great. It's yeah, good to see.
Definitely is because it's not been great this year with scorecards. So, you always sit there and worry as sort of the away fighter.
Yeah, coming down south, Northern, it's happened to me before, and that's always in the back of your head. But great scoring and great judging, and great ref in there as well. So all good.
And fantastic scenes when your arms raised. That moment when you've finally done it. You've shut a lot of people up, and you've finally said, right now, you got to come and fight me, boys.
That's it. The ball's in our court now, and we'll see what's next. And big doors opening big doors, and Bill Smith got the win last night. Let's see what happens with that.
Well, you're up to number 3 in the rankings behind Billum Smith and Riakporhe. I mean, you just cannot now be ignored, especially at this stage of your career. Things have got to happen for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to step on now, and big fights to come.
Well, let's hope that some of those fights come with a little bit of money as well, mate. Because you're a dad. You got to look after yourself now, haven't you?
That's what it's about. That's what I'm doing it for now. It's lovely picking these lovely titles up, but it's to concrete that that look after my family, and get some money out of it as well. So
I tell you what, your career kind of started, I guess, in the way it is now. When you went over to Joe's, you've changed as a fighter. We can see it because we've seen a lot of your career. How much do you sort of credit your win and where you are now to Joe Gallagher?
oh, massively. Different fighter, and I think like you say, a lot of people saw that, and you're only going to see me get better again. There's little things what we need to work on again, um, and you'll see another fighter with some rounds behind me as well now. So that showed a little bit of inactivity last night in the mid rounds, just switching off, getting lazy, letting him tee off. Sitting on the ropes for a bit too long. So yeah, we're active now, and on to the next one.
Well, listen, I'm not going to keep you too much longer because you want to go home and see your little girl, don't you? I mean, you had a really big following there as well. I know we're down south, but there were a lot of people. We walked back into the bar with you last night. The bar was packed. I'm thinking, wow, this is good. They were all for you.
Yeah, definitely. It's I'm not disrespecting Isaac, but he said you're in my end, South London, but I think most people are cheering my name at the end of the fight, and where my missus and mum and dad were sat, I think they had a load of people cheering my name who were down there and in the crowd. So yeah, it was massive support. Thanks very much to everyone that's come down and everyone that's watched at home.
Just a final word about your manager, Kevin. I mean, he's done it again. He's got you in a position. I know you're doing the hard work, but there was hard work behind the scenes. He's bang on, isn't he?
Yeah, can't fault Kevin. He's absolutely amazing. He's been the best thing since sliced bread for me since we went with Kevin. And he's the nicest manager on the in the boxing game, and he's got me these two lovely belts, and credit to him. Take him out of two.
Well, listen, I'm not going to keep you any longer. Get yourself back up the motorway, mate, and go.
Definitely.
Congratulations, you are the European and Commonwealth Boxing Council champion.
Thank you very much. Sounds good, that, doesn't it?
It's not bad, mate, is it? A nice Father's Day. Thanks, mate.
You too. Cheers.